Today I will be reviewing pages that can be found from the Google Merchandise Store and will be from the master view perspective of the website. The pages that I will be talking about are locations, traffic sources, demographics, the browser and OS used, active users, and interests. Starting off with locations, this shows you how many users are on the site and the active cities that the users are from. In this figure, the total active users on the site are currently 26. The total amount of active cities that users are from are 19. The country with the most users is the United States with a total of 17 users. The countries with the least active users of one user only are Romania, Spain, Sweden, Thailand, and the United Arab Emirates. You can also observe the total amount of minutes and seconds with each page viewed. Overall, this shows that the United States has more users that are more likely to use the site and stay on the longest. The second page that I reviewed is the traffic sources page. This figure shows the amount of active users and the source of the traffic. The types of sources listed under the active users are referral, organic, direct, paid, campaign, and other. The top traffic source is referral with 37%, and that is from google.com and mail.googleplex.com. The least traffic source is other, and I believe that the other is social media with 7%, and that is being from YouTube. This also shows that the most traffic source based on user activity is from an organic source with 8 users. The demographics that is shown has 2 segments, one being all users and the other being users that made a purchase. The key metric that is used is users. The first graph shows how many users of a certain age uses the site. The age range with the highest amount of users is 25 to 34. The age range with the highest amount of users that made a purchase is between 35 and 44. And the second highest being 25 to 34. In the second graph, it shows the percentage of male and female users of the site. Overall, females use the site more than males, as well as made a purchase from the site more than males. Moving on to browser and OS used, I used the same segments mentioned in the last graphs. All users and those who made a purchase. This figure below shows what browser the user used who made a purchase from that browser, both new and old, and the total amount of sessions for all users and for those who made a purchase. I only showed the top 3 browsers, and the top used is Chrome, and the ratio between all users and users who made a purchase is low. This next section is the total amount of active users over a 1 to 30 day period. In this figure, it shows how many users there were on day 1 and how many total users there were at the end of the month. This also shows the total amount of users who made a purchase over the course of the month. Starting with day 1, it has a total of 2,584 users and only 43 purchases made. The end of the month has a total of 76,932 users and 1,849 purchases made. This last section that I reviewed was the interests page. In the figures, it shows the interests that the users have, and of course I used the same segments that I mentioned in the last few pages, all users and those who made a purchase. On the left, the top users are value shoppers, technophiles, and media and entertainment / movie lovers, as well as the total amount of users with different interests that made a purchase. On the right, the top users that made a purchase are value shoppers, lifestyle and hobbies / business professionals, and technophiles. The first recommendation that I have for this finding is to have a new marketing funnel. The way to do this is to have relevant ads on different pages such as social media and use Google AdWords. Then when the user is brought to the landing page, the page will have merchandise that the user is interested in and they might be more willing to buy. The second recommendation is to try to get more users from different countries. This can be achieved by marketing in different countries and trying to have the site and content appeal to them. This can also happen by having a different site for each country. For example, Amazon has a site for the US, but it also has one for the UK and Japan. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.